welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Chicago White Sox. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Now it's the power speed combo. Darrell Hayden.
The designated hitter, Darrell Hayden.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Snags it for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rodriguez.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Late on that fastball. Hayden, a former MVP, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a changeup. Righty to the plate. Swings and misses. That's strike two.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
And down on strikes he goes. One down. Colson Montgomery now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And two quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
The 0-1. Yeah, there's the strike.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Two out, space is empty. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Scoreless after one. Here on the south side, bottom half of inning number 2. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Chuck Rosas. Hayden back to work. Little chopper rolls foul. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Got him. One up, one down.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Walker Jenkins steps to the plate for the White Sox. In there at the knees for a strike. The pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
One out, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So digging in, Richie Patrick. Swing and a miss, 99. How do you do?
No ball, one strike.
Kicks and deals. Swings through that. Stays alive. Two outs. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing here this half. We head on down to the top of the third. No score.
Now that designated hitter, Darrell Hayden.
To short, could be two. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
So two outs with runners on the corners. Digging in, Christian Encarnacion Strand. 2 on, 2 outs. Runner on the move. Can't glove it cleanly. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. Mariners leave a couple. Still no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Brady House. Hayden back to work. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Here's a 1-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bounce to the right, and that one handled. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting it, the center fielder, Avi Bearden.
So up next, Avi Bearden. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Kenny Cordero. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in Game 4 of the ALCS. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Late with the swing there. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the White Sox 1 and the Mariners nothing. Fourth game of the ALCS. So now it's the White Sox DH, Colson Montgomery. On the ground. And that chance handled. Out on the underhand toss.
Now batting, third baseman, Chad Bennett.
Chad Bennett steps to the plate for the White Sox. Went down on strikes his first time through. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Here comes the 0-1. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Now that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Ripped to short. In plenty of time to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the White Sox, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Walker Jenkins. And a pitch. Jenkins in his 9th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Struck him out looking.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Kicks and fires. Just missed.
It's a good take.
1-2.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. Base is empty, one away here in game 4. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Brady House, the next to hit, grounded out his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And that's in there at the knees.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a
swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. White Sox held in check here, but they lead it 1-0.
Now that designated hitter, Darryl Hayden.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Grounder might be 2. The flip to second, and that's 2.
So very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the center fielder, Avi Bearden, as he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
And next to hit for the Sox, Kenny Cordero. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Right through there, got him. Out number 2. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boone. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And strike 2.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back here on the south side, bottom of the 7th, and now the DH, Colson Montgomery. Hayden back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today, kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Pulled the string on the changeup. Now the third baseman, Chad Bennett, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Now here is Chuck Rosas. First pitch just misses. And the right-hander deals. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. One, 2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now Walker Jenkins. First offering, and it just misses. And he chases that one below the zone. Bennett off of first with 2 away. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. The White Sox lead 1, but they're on top 1-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Mason Miller.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the...
Well, one-run game. Now it's the DH, Darrell Hayden. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That's ripped into the outfield. And a quick out, number 1.
Man, that's so...
And next is the designated hitter, Darrell Hayden. Swung on, and there it goes. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He powers that one out of here. His 6th of the series, and now they're out in front. It's 3-1. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was... Congratulations to the American League champions. These players have worked hard all season long, and their hard work has paid off. Now, off to the World Series. This team can't wait to get it started.
For my partner, Chris Singleton, and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.